How's it going, everybody? I'm Levi with JLG Reptiles. In this video, we're going to be feeding these snakes and hopefully ending the saga of the ultra male who would not eat. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, then welcome back. So for around a month and a half to 2 months, something like that, this ultra male has not taken a meal. We've tried mice, not live, but frozen thawed mice. We've tried heating rats in different ways, tried heating them with heat lamps, hair dryers, wet rats, dry rats, all kinds of different things. She's just not really seeming interested. So tonight, I'm just going to go back to basics with her. We're just going to give her a smaller rat, and this is going to be a fresh killed meal. So hopefully this will do the trick and get her back on feed. I'm even going to take the rat after I kill it. We're going to put it under a heat lamp just to let that rat get kind of heated up a little more than usual. Not going to go too extreme with it, probably around 100 to 105 degrees, something like that, just to where it's putting off more of a heat signature than a live rat. You know, that way she can just see it a little better than that. Hopefully this will work. I've really missed seeing this girl take food, and you know, and even whenever she does take food, it's not striking and taking food. And if you're new to ball pythons, feeding ball pythons, things like that, the reason live feed never came up in the things I've tried with this ultra male is because you run a major risk of injuring your animal, your snake, and I just don't want to run that risk with her. I know she will eat frozen thawed. That's what she was eating whenever I got her. That's what she ate for months after I got her. She's just kind of went off of food. She's broke 1,000 grams, so I guess the 1,000-gram wall is taking effect on her. Not 100% sure, but whatever it is, I like to get her snapped out of it pretty quick and see her start growing again. So yeah, like I said, we're going to do a fresh kill smaller rat, and these rats are probably like this, and that's not including the tail. But yeah, we'll jump right into it. So first up we have our leopard lavender albino girl, and she is pretty deep in shed. We're gonna see how she does. And her and the Inchy Pastel Clown are actually going to be getting their largest meals yet. Oh, girl. There she goes. Good deal. Just took her a little while since she couldn't really see it very well, but that's one thing I've learned that helps a lot when trying to get a snake that's in shed to eat. It's not so much the movement of the rat, it's just the rat needs to really be put right in front of their face for them to even have a chance to eat it. So like you can see there, she really wanted to eat, she just couldn't really connect with it. So that's whenever I just kind of basically just put it to her nose, and then she kind of slowly but surely figures it out. But I mean, then, you know, you also have a lot of snakes that are just not going to eat in shed. She's just a younger animal. Most of your younger animals will eat if they're in shed. It's just giving them the right opportunity to be able to. So next is our Pastilenchi clown, who kind of come running out on us. Try to get him back in there. A little unexpected. Back in there, buddy. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, that was nasty. So basically just had a rat kind of erupt there. You squeezed a little bit too tight. It happens, I guess, kind of part of it. Very gross though, for sure. So next up we have our VPI Xanthic, who's actually been doing a lot better for us here recently. Like, she's just been destroying her meals. She didn't eat last week because she was in shed, and that kind of goes back to what I was saying about the leopard lavender albino. You know, your smaller snakes are going to do much better with it. Like whenever she was in shed, this VPI Xanthic, she didn't even strike. She didn't attempt to eat her rat. But so she ate for 2 weeks, went through shed, didn't eat that week she was in shed, and now she's right back on it after her shed. So the VPI Xanthic is by far back on track, and that is an awesome feeling for sure, because I really want to see this girl grow. She's a stunner for sure. She's a beautiful example of VPI Xanthic. All right, well, let's see if we can get this ultra male to take a meal. And I've heated this rat's head up. And if she doesn't take this, I'm just gonna freeze this rat. I'm not gonna leave it in overnight because she hasn't been taking them. With me leaving them in overnight. Like, she kind of acts like she wants it, but then her body's actually backing away from it. Yeah, it's a no-go. Okay. Like I said, I'll just freeze this rat. We'll try again with her next week. I don't really know what the deal is. I hate seeing it though. And now we're to a girl who I love feeding because I know she's never going to refuse a meal. This is our Desert Ghost female. And she is what they call bad to the bone. I love that snake so much. That is the picture perfect feeding situation with ball pythons. A ball python that will just come out of hiding, stand up, and then take a meal for you. She's something else for sure. Just an amazing little girl. Well, actually, she's our biggest girl at this point. She's outgrown our ultra male and our VPI xanthic. But the VPI xanthic, now that she's back on food, she should be catching up pretty quick to this girl. Well, she didn't eat again. I don't really know what to do at this point. I think instead of mixing it up anymore, I'm just going to stick with this exact same plan, and just keep it very simple with her, just keep offering her this exact same deal. If she don't eat it, I'm going to take it away from her. So maybe she'll just decide like, okay, if I don't eat now, I'm not going to be able to eat. Because I had been leaving it in with her every night, and sometimes she would take it, sometimes she wouldn't, but the last like 3 feedings she didn't take it. So I think I'm just going to stick to this exact same deal. If she don't eat it, take it from her. And it's good too to do that, just because I'm not actually wasting a rat at that point. I'm not throwing that rat away. The rat that I offered her has already been shrink wrapped and put in the freezer. And if you're curious on how all that works, guys, I did a video on that exact process. If you want to see how I actually store my rats. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to do with her, but on the bright side, the other 4 snakes did eat. So that's pretty awesome for sure. I know it always sucks to have one that don't eat, but I guess if you're gonna own more than 3 ball pythons, you're usually gonna have at least one that doesn't eat. I guess it's just kind of part of it, but like I said, it just sucks. I hate watching an animal not eat. But also with the ultra male, she's not really losing any body mass. I've been keeping a pretty close eye on her as far as that goes. She hasn't been losing any weight visibly. I mean, she looks just like she did 2 months ago. So I mean, they're actually built to do this. It's, as much as we hate to see it as humans, just because we know we have to eat, at least once a day. And if you don't eat once a day, it's pretty rough. I used to actually wrestle in high school, so I used to go, up to 2 days without eating, and I just know what that feels like. And for her to be at that 1.5, 2 month mark, I just couldn't imagine, what she's feeling like right now. But you just have to know that they're different, I mean, it's a reptile, and This is what they're made to do. They're made to survive. They're made to go without food. And for some reason, she's just choosing to go without food for fun, I guess. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I've offered her everything I can. Only thing I haven't actually offered to her is an African soft fur, and they're just nowhere around. I've literally never even seen an African soft fur in person. Seen them on YouTube a lot, but I've been to, probably 3 or 4 reptile shows, haven't seen any there. All kinds of pet stores, and I'm not talking about just Petcos. These are, mom and pop shops, stuff like that. No African soft furs anywhere. So I don't even feel like it's actually an option at this point to try African soft furs, because I just don't know where they are, and I'm not really gonna drive out of state to pick them up if it's a state deal or something. Somebody was mentioning that it could be something to do with my state, but I'm not 100% sure on it. But I don't know. Maybe next week is the week for her. We'll find out though. Guys, if you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever we post new videos. Give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.